What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Beyond Meat. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down on what's been really moving it and whether this is a good opportunity to buy or not. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Friday did have a fairly rough day. It went down 8.7%, 90 cents the low, 98 cents the high, and 59 million shares being traded. So rather low stuff. If you are new to the channel, I'm not here to BS you. I'm not here to get you to buy or sell. I just go over the data points, and I see a lot of posts on social media really complaining about Friday, saying that it's manipulation and so forth. So again, I kind of wanted to do this video and just break it down on what really has been affecting it. So last news that did come out was on December the 23rd. It's okay news, nothing really in my opinion to really incentivize new buyers to get in. And as I've signaled in the past, it's not the best because I do feel that management, they try to put out news on the same days that they actually have bad SEC filings that they want to submit. So I think this news that came out was meant to mask the negativity of this 8K. So this 8K that did come out kind of goes over how they are amending the second intercreditor agreement. And so ultimately, based on this, they're wanting it to be now payable through company stock instead of cash. So dilution. In the end, it's tit for tat because I don't think Beyond Meat would have sufficient amount of cash for them to actually repay it anyways, so they'd have to do an S1, but nonetheless, hearing the word dilution, nobody wants that, right? So I think that is what really killed the momentum on, I guess, the 24th as the market was going to be digesting all of this. So at the end of the day, not necessarily the best. So let me know your general thoughts on that. But I think overall, as I've signaled, Beyond Meat is a very big momentum play. And in order for any momentum play to really move higher, you need a lot of capital to get in. So ever since this announcement, this 8K, volume has been dropping. So in general, institutions don't really want to touch this. I think there's just a lot of better opportunities out there, especially with Trump kind of talking about space, robotics and so forth. There's a lot of hot stocks. Beyond Meat is again just losing momentum. When it comes down to the squeeze side of it, you see a lot of individuals really calling for a big squeeze. On Friday, shorts did return 429,000 shares. As I've done videos on Beyond Meat in the past, there's definitely some signs of manipulation, and whoever is shorting Beyond Meat, they definitely know their stuff and they know how to successfully kill momentum. So 31.09% of the free floats being shorted works out to be 136.87 million shares overall being shorted. But as I signaled, like, they know how to really kill momentum. So first thing, they hit it hard and they increased roughly around at the peak 3.2 million shares. So they hit it hard, caused this type of action, caused the fear, and then what they do is they just kind of sit back and then let the market do its thing. A lot of the volume associated to Beyond Meat is linked to algorithmic trading. So in general, all they need to do is get the ball start rolling, and then in general, just institutions and whatever kind of do the rest. So at the end of the day, like I said, I think just the company really needs to prove themselves, incentivize more institutions to buy and hold, not just to do swing trades and day trades. So their upcoming earnings, which hasn't been announced yet, but that is going to be a very, very big deal for the stock. Aside from that, though, looking at the options, we had 742,000 in calls, 670,000 in puts. So kind of low volume. 44% of all the options being done still are bearish in nature. And going into this upcoming week, it looks like from a bull standpoint that you'll see between $1 to $1.50, and then bears are anticipating for it to be sub $1. So not that much optimism in reality. Aside from that, though, we didn't really see that much in institutional transactions. So again, shorts really hit it hard, primarily on the dark pool first thing, and then they just sit back and then they kind of relax. So these are all the transactions that did occur on the secondary market above $100,000. Both are sells, one for 125, the other one for 557,000. So like I said, with momentum plays, you need a lot of capital to get in, not leave. So in general, not necessarily the best. And I've brought up the technicals in the past, whether you want to swing trade, dollar cost average, or whatever else, and it did recently break below that 97 cent mark. And I think the damage from their recent amendment, that 8K, that's actually what killed this momentum and broke it below this S2. So right now it is trading between this S2 and this S3. So 88 cents is going to be that next strong support, and then 97 cents is going to be that next strong kind of target. In the past, we've always seen it bounce off of this general S3 area. So right now, if you're wanting to, let's say, swing trade, it might be a good potential opportunity to get in, again, just for a quick 10-15% run. And last time I actually did hit here, I posted this on my stacked account where I put out day trades and swing trades, and it did successfully have a nice 20% run. So again, if history repeats itself, this might be a good opportunity, but ultimately you need the company to really help, and you need it to really just stop diluting. I get it, the actual day-to-day operations hasn't been the greatest. And even when it started to really gain some momentum, I was the first to say, hey, this has nothing to do with operations. This is just simply a momentum play that people are getting in. People soon found out that their operations and their balance sheet isn't the greatest whatsoever. So in general, like I said, 88 cents might be a good kind of key level to get in. But as I've signaled, I think just the company really needs to revamp every aspect of it and not really rely so much on dilution. But aside from that, though, on the actual chart, things aren't looking that great. It's sometimes kind of comical to pop on Twitter and see what people are saying. And yeah, people are saying that this is a epic chart and that we're going to be seeing a massive reversal. Like, to be fully honest, yes, it does bounce off of that general 85 to 88 cent range, but this by no means is a good looking chart. It is below all the key pivotal moving averages that generally I and a lot of other technical individuals look at. And so this white line right here is the 10-day moving average. That really signals momentum, and it definitely does need to get above that. Last time it kind of remotely was above that was on the 19th. But aside from that, stochastic RSI, this is kind of the only positive, is that it is very, very oversold. Looking at this, the market position right over here, you see some willing buyers for the most part, but more oriented towards around that 80 cent mark, 67 to 80 cent. So that's where you have a lot of willing buyers. But aside from that, though, you have a lot of willing sellers up to around that $1.50. So the company really needs to get their stuff together. So there's a quick summary of exactly what's been really affecting it and everything else. No new real articles or anyone really talking about Beyond Meat in a positive light. A lot of them are just kind of explaining what is happening with the stock, and then no real analyst ratings. So at the end of the day, like I said, I think Beyond Meat is very much in the camp of just a momentum play, and that is it. And as long as volume and institutions keep getting out and dropping, then I think Beyond Meat is going to continue to go down. So things can change with a light switch very fast, as of what we've seen in the past, but definitely I think the company needs to get the crap together ASAP. So let me know your thoughts on Beyond Meat. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And as I signaled, I do have a stacked account. So if you're looking for some solid buy signals or swing trades, pop over there, put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades. And I have a promotion right now up until the end of 2025 where it's $1.50. So once you get in, it will never increase. So lock that in the description below. But with all that said, appreciate all of you watching.